What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most time-consuming but most rewarding parts of this build, the wire tuck on my 95 Tegi. The goal is simple: clean, minimal, and reliable. No more messy wires running across the bay. We're gonna reroute everything through the chassis, protect it with grommets and insulators, and set this engine bay up for that fresh tucked look. It's a grind, but once it's finished, it completely transforms the vibe of the car, so let's get into it. Right now, I'm going through and depinning all of the wires, stripping them back one by one, and cleaning off years of old dirt and grime. It's slow work, but it's the only way to make sure the harness is spotless before it goes back in. I'm starting with the driver's side, looping each wire through the chassis holes, protecting them with grommets, and once that side is completely tucked, we'll move over to the passenger side, step by step, one wire at a time, until the entire bay is clean. I was able to track down some OEM hardware for the hood rod holder, so let's get that installed before we move forward. I don't want the rod just floating around or rubbing against the shock tower and leaving scratches. With the holder back in place, the hood prop will sit exactly where it should, and we can keep moving on with the build. Now that we're back working with the wires, I'm applying some dielectric grease to the terminals. This will protect them from future contamination and help avoid electrical issues down the road. I also found some problems with the headlight connector wires, so I'll be soldering those and sealing them up properly. After that, the heat gun will take care of the heat shrink I already slipped on, locking everything in tight. It's more splicing, fixing, and repeating, super time-consuming work, but at the end of the day, it's worth it when you know everything is solid and reliable. Now that all the wires are tucked, the next step is to wrap the harness. This adds an extra layer of protection and keeps everything safe from rubbing or heat. Using wire wrap not only helps prevent shorts or electrical issues down the road, but also keeps the wires safe from any kind of hazards. Now we can finally get rid of that ugly ABS pump and all the brake lines that clutter up the engine bay. Honestly, it looks terrible in here, so pulling it out is a huge improvement. I'll also be removing the battery tray to get clean access to the wires running through the fuse box. With the tray out of the way, everything is wide open, making it a lot easier to reroute and tidy up the wiring as we keep pushing forward with the tuck. In order to get to these wires from the cabin, I had to pull the dash and also remove the AC evaporator core housing. That gave me full access so I could chase down the wiring, strip out what's no longer needed, and keep only what's really essential. After separating and keeping the wires we'll still need, it's time to pull them back through into the engine bay for proper routing. Just like we did on the driver's side, we'll be adding protection with loom and heat shrink and following the same steps to keep everything clean, safe, and consistent across both sides of the bay. I've been working one wire at a time, and as you can imagine, it's super time consuming. Between tracing each circuit, looking up information, and doing a ton of research online, this part of the build ended up taking me around 3 to 5 days to complete. It's definitely a grind, but the end result is worth every hour. Now that all the wires are routed through the grommet, it's time to wrap them up properly. This step really ties everything together, giving the harness a clean, protected finish and making the bay look super tidy once the fuse box is back in place. Let's go ahead and finish up the tuck on this side. Just like we did on the driver's side, I'm applying dielectric grease to the connectors for protection, then wrapping and taping the wires. After that, I'm securing everything with push-mount zip ties, and for the headlight wiring, I'm tucking it neatly through those magical factory holes Honda left us, clean, simple, and locked in place. And this is what's left, the wires that connect directly to the fuse box. I wasn't able to relocate the fuse box anywhere else since I plan on keeping the full interior along with the air conditioning. So for this build, it has to stay right here in the engine bay. Now I'm soldering the headlight wires on this side too, since I found the same issues here as I did on the driver's side. Getting these repaired and sealed properly makes sure the headlights won't give me problems down the road. And this is the final step for now, installing the 30-30 brake valve after deleting the ABS. From here, we'll be making brand new lines to both the front and rear brakes. Making the new brake lines was definitely a challenge. I had to pick up a tubing bender for the lines, a mini tubing cutter, and also invest in a flaring toolkit. Without those tools, this step would be impossible to complete. Having the proper tools makes all the difference. You get clean bends, solid flares, and in the end, reliable brakes you can trust. And if you've been paying attention, you probably noticed there are a couple of new things already installed in the bay that I didn't show in the clips. If you spotted them, drop it down in the comments and let me know what you found. And that's it for today's video, guys. What do you think about the build so far? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. Stay tuned for more content. I'll be uploading soon as I build the engine and reassemble the VTEC cylinder head. Thanks for watching.